So this is the Amazon rainforest here in Colombia, and over the next week and a half, this is home. And this is a pretty dangerous place, not only because of all the venomous critters that call this place home, but in the cities as well. And this is the story of how I almost died here. I'm Dave Kaufman, and these are my Reptile Adventures. So we've been out here for 8 days already. We have explored a lot of this rainforest, and I'm down here with a great group of people. You may remember Amy Benzie from the Suriname videos. She's down here with me, and we have a great guide in Maldonado. He's a Gulf War vet. He lives down here in Colombia now, and he is one of the world's foremost authorities on venomous snakes here in the Amazon. So this has been an absolutely amazing trip so far, but life in the Amazon, it can be really difficult. And I know a lot of you watching would love to come down here to the Amazon, but there's a lot of things that you kind of got to be aware of before you come down here. They say that in Australia, everything wants to kill you, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff in Australia, but here, everything wants to kill you. There are night hornets that follow your flashlight and then attack you at night, and you don't even see them coming. All of a sudden you feel them stinging you. There are swarms of mosquitoes, other insects that bite you all night long. We are banged up, we are bitten, we are stung. All right, so this is herping in Colombia. So this is our guide Maldonado's back. He's got a big dragonfly on his back, and he's got about 50 or so mosquitoes on there. And the mosquitoes stay, and the dragonfly leaves. Oh, this is insane. But it's awesome. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here. There are more species diversity in reptiles here in the Colombian rainforest than really anywhere else on Earth. The problem is that there's a lot of places to hide here, so you can't expect just to come down to the Amazon and expect to see every tree crawling with snakes and every trail that you take crawling with lizards and frogs. It doesn't work that way. You have to work really hard to find these guys because they are the hide-and-seek champions of the world out here. But our accommodations here at this place that we're staying at is absolutely amazing. All right, so this is our cabin. And look at this, it's really dark in here, and it's maybe noon. And that's the rainforest. It gets really dark, even in midday because of the canopy. It doesn't let any sunshine through, but we've got this whole big screened-in wall where you can just sit and watch the monkeys play and the birds, and it kind of sort of keeps the mosquitoes out, not really, but it certainly doesn't keep the cockroaches out. Up there we've seen geckos, we've seen rats, we've seen tons and tons of stuff, but this is the main living area. And then if you go up here, up the stairs, here is the bathroom. We'll turn on the light. So we've got a shower right there that is ice cold water pumped up from the river, and when it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, we take about 4 or 5 of these showers a day. We do have a working toilet, working sink. I don't know, we got other little creature comforts. Over here, this is my bed. This mosquito netting is an absolute must, because one night we had a little visitor in here. So we just got back from herping. There is my brush and toiletry kit in my bed with my t-shirt and my roommate for the night. This is a wandering spider. This is one of the most venomous spiders in this entire rainforest. That spider is so deadly that a bite from that spider and you're dead in 6 hours. And it's the worst 6 hours of your life. You will go through such intense pain, and then everything will just fade to black. All right, little buddy, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And that little dude was in my bed one night, and if I hadn't seen it, well, it very easily could have gotten around the mosquito netting, and who knows what would have happened after that. I could have rolled over on it. But here's my luggage over here, all discombobulated and disorganized as I usually have it. And our clothes, you just sweat in these things, and then you try to wash them and they don't dry because of the humidity here in the rainforest. Every time you put on even a clean shirt, it feels like you're taking a gym shirt out of an old gym bag that's unwashed, putting it on, and it's just kind of gross. But that's life in the Amazon. But this is basically where home has been for the past week and a half. I'm gonna miss this place. So yes, there are tons and tons of dangers out here in the Amazon, but it is a place that I encourage all of you to try to get to one day. It is beautiful. We sat right here by this big screened window and watched the monkeys play in the trees one night. We watched the bats fly. We watched all of the birds and all of the lizards run around just by sitting in one place and watching. And sitting on a couch in front of a TV watching that doesn't do it justice to sitting on a couch and watching it live as it's happening right here in the Amazon. And every night we have gone out, we've either walked the roads or road cruised the roads, walked through the rainforest trying to find stuff. And if you find 2 snakes a night, that's a good night out here. Okay, so right over here we have a little snake just sitting right there on the edge of this fern here. And Maldonado is going in for the catch. Nicely done. Zilla has everything you need for your reptile pets, from caging to lighting and everything in between. To see their entire catalog and find out where you can get Zilla products near you, visit zillarules.com. All right, what do we got?
Look at the orange tongue.
Yeah.
And they get pretty big, about 3 meters.
Looks almost like a Pitayas from Southeast Asia. Baby Pitayas anyway.
I like his little tail.
So at least we got one snake today.
Yeah, we've been out here for a couple of hours already today, and this is the first snake. But yeah, look at that tongue. I mean, that's just pretty incredible. So this is mildly venomous.
Yes. So rear fang snake.
Yeah, look at the way he just flattens out his head like that. It's a total defense posture. Wow, that is a very cool snake. All right, first snake of the night.
Okay,
right.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, let's let her go back right where she was.
Pictures.
But it is dangerous. And it's not so much dangerous here in the rainforest. What makes it kind of dangerous is when you go into the smaller towns and the cities that are nearby. They are busy. There is activity going on all over the place. One day, after a hike of maybe 12 kilometers or so, we decided that we would rent motorcycles because we could cover more ground, we could see the snakes easier than being in a car, and we could road cruise on motorcycles through these roads in the Amazon. Well, we went to the motorcycle rental company, we rented 2 motorcycles. For tonight's adventure, our hiking days are over. We are gonna go road cruising in style, and by style, I mean these bad boys. We are gonna rent a couple of these Harley Davidsons right here. And as soon as I got on that motorcycle, I got out on the street, started cruising down the street, somebody cut me off, and I dumped the bike right then and there. And the roads in this town, they're not paved roads, they are rocky, they are broken, there is glass, there is all sorts of hazards all over the ground, and I totally skidded across it. And the bike landed right on my leg, and I turned around and there's oncoming traffic coming right towards me as I'm laying in the middle of the road. And I get up and I pick up the bike, and I expect to just see road rash all over my leg. I was wearing shorts. Nothing. I didn't even break the skin. But I did bang up my knee really badly, and it's been really killing me over these past couple of days. But that didn't stop me from getting out there and doing another 12-kilometer hike that night with an almost just battered, bruised, and almost broken knee. But that could have gone so horribly wrong. If there was a speeding bus behind me, that bus would not have swerved, and that bus would have hit me. And there was a bus behind me. It was further down. It saw me. It stopped, thankfully. But if it was any closer, things could have gone very, very wrong on that road that day. But let's face it, not to be dramatic, when you crash a motorcycle in the middle of a busy street, it can go very, very wrong. And I absolutely could have faded to black right there on that street. So yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't rip all the skin off my leg, and all I got was maybe a sprained knee from the whole situation. But yeah, it can be really difficult out here, and it can be really dangerous out here. So we brought the bikes back to the rental place. I paid for the damages, and we were back to hiking that night. It's not so much that I was afraid to get back on the motorcycle, but if that happened again, or if that happened when we were 15 kilometers from the nearest help, or whatever, it could have gone really bad. And in life, I always say, God, I wish I had a rewind button when something bad happens, And at that point, that's when I wish that I would have hit the rewind button too. And so I made the decision to kind of abort the herping by motorcycle idea. And we did get in the back of somebody's truck, paid him a little extra money to take us out at night, and we did find a couple of really amazing snakes that night. Okay, what do we got here?
They get a lot bigger.
Where was he?
He was just right down that branch.
Right on that branch.
You guys must have walked past it. Like I said, everybody walks this. For everyone you see, there's about 100 you didn't see right next to you.
100%.
It almost looks like a boomslang, the type the face is.
Yeah.
And it's got the fangs right underneath the eye.
That is pretty amazing. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm being big too.
Yeah. These guys are relentless. I mean, look at all these bugs around us. But this really has been kind of a trip of tarantulas and spiders. We have seen more tarantula and spider species out here than I've ever seen in the rainforest before. We had to work really hard to see the reptiles that we wanted to see out here, but the spiders, they're absolutely everywhere and they are so amazing. All right, so there's a big tarantula in here we're gonna try to tickle out.
But he grabbed it and pulled on it. I mean, he literally pulled on it.
Try your finger.
Yeah.
Come here, let me do yours. You show that stick who's boss there, buddy. Come on now. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, he came back for more.
He did.
So I'm out here to film the boa constrictor movie. That movie is going to take us from Mexico through Central America, down here into South America as I explore different boa species, boa imperator and boa constrictor, and what they're doing out here in the wild and the differences between them. And basically in that movie, I'm going to cover as many different aspects as I can about the boa constrictor's life and their life in our homes as well. So I have this idea and I need your opinion on it. Starting in 2025, I'm going to make a different reptile movie every quarter. Every 3 months, I will upload a feature-length, 2-hour-long movie based on either a geographic area that I'm herping or a species-specific movie. And it's going to start with the boa constrictor movie, and it's going to take me a long time to get to the places where I need to go, find the snakes, edit it. And so I think it's going to be January of 2025 before we see the boa constrictor movie. But after that, I want to do New Caledonian geckos movie, bearded dragons movie, leopard gecko movie. So comment below, let me know if you would like to see more movies like the ball python movie, but of different species in different areas around the world. Comment below and let me know if you'd like to see those coming up on this channel.
At Dubia.com, all the roaches are raised in-house in sterile conditions and then packed and shipped on-site directly to you. For all your Dubia needs, order today at Dubia.com or see the link in the description below.
One of the other things that you need to consider when you come to the Amazon is that it is permanently wet down here, even in the dry season. This is right in between the dry season and the wet season, and it has been downpouring every day. You get 12 hours of daylight here in the Amazon, 12 hours of darkness every single day. 5:30 a.m. the sun comes up, 5:30 p.m. the sun goes down. And from about 6 a.m. till about 11 a.m., you get nice, beautiful sunshine, and then around noon, it starts to get darker as those rain clouds come in, and then it downpours for the rest of the day. And if you're out here filming like I am, you've got a couple of hour window every single day to film before that downpour hits. But usually by evening, as the sun goes down, the rain stops, you can get out there and road cruise at night when the reptiles are really active. But because of that, everything grows mildew here. Your shirts will grow it. Any porous surface after about 72 hours will start to grow mildew. Look at that, 94% humidity at 82 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 27.7 degrees Celsius. That is really hot and humid. All right, so one of the hazards of staying this long in the Amazon is that any material like my camera bag here is made out of will grow mold, and we've been here for a couple of days and the mold is growing. So this is really, really bad for all my camera gear. This is all full of mold spores. That's my microphone. Good thing that's my backup microphone. $1,500 camera. SD cards. Okay. And all the other electronic knickknacks are all full of, oh, look at that. GoPro battery is full of mold. Oh, boy. So, we've got to figure out a way to demoldize my entire camera gear and my camera bag. So these little silica gel packs are your best friend out here. I have a ton of these with me, and they're still not really working that well. It's just so humid out here. So I've got all of my passport, my wallet, all of that stuff in a bag, money from Suriname that I've been carrying around for 2 months. So I've got that in a Ziploc bag with those silica gels so that my money and credit cards don't get all ictified. And right here I've got all my medical papers, like my yellow fever vaccine and all that good stuff. That's getting all ruined. But look at this. This is my toiletry bag. All that mold, my razor, my toothbrush, everything is in here. Ugh. So these are a couple of things that you have to consider when you get down here to the Amazon. But if you're going to come down here and you're going to go on a herping expedition, just be aware that there are a lot of dangers out here and there are a lot of risks that you're going to take. But once you find that snake that you're looking for, it is worth all of the hardships that you may endure when you're here in the Amazon. And, you know, if you are a nature lover, like I'm sure most of you are, we've been watching documentaries about the Amazon our entire lives and have always dreamt about coming here to the Amazon to find the snake species down here. Snake species that I have never encountered before in the wild. And when I encounter them, I'm not really sure what they are right away. And it's been a long, long time since I've caught a snake and not really known a lot about that snake or really even what it is. So being down here and finding all these brand new species to me, it just really takes me back to when I was a kid and I had my Peterson's Field Guide and I would go around Minnesota, my home state, and I would find new species of snakes and not have any idea what they were. And it really transports me right back to my early childhood days of being a herper, of starting that obsession that I have with reptiles. And that makes this place all the more special. So guys, again, if you want to come down to the Amazon, there are some hazards that you have to watch out for. But being down here is a dream come true. This is my this is my 4th trip down here to the Amazon. There will be a 5th, there will be a 6th trip. This is one of my favorite places on earth. So anyway, guys, be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the movie idea that I have. I really am looking forward to making those movies. Movies are how I started in before YouTube. Movies are my passion, and if I can combine movies with reptiles, I'm going to be a happy guy. So comment below, let me know what you think about that idea. And I just want to give a real quick shout out and a thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. If you would like to become a Patreon supporter and help me come to places like this to educate people like you about the beautiful reptiles and all of nature that is found in a place like this, that link is in the description below. And guys, there's lots more videos coming up from right here in Colombia. So as always, thanks for watching. And until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.